And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Sanctify to me every firstborn which opens the womb among the sons of Israel, as much of men as of cattle. For they are all mine. And Moses said to the people, Remember this day, on which you were taken away from Egypt and from the house of servitude. For with a strong hand the Lord has led you away from this place. Thus you shall eat no leavened bread. Today you go forth in the month of new grain. And when the Lord has brought you into the land of the Canaanite, and the Hittite, and the Amorite, and the Hivite, and the Jebusite, which he swore to your fathers that he would give to you, a land flowing with milk and honey, you will celebrate this manner of sacred rites in this month. For 7 days you shall feed on unleavened bread. And on the 7th day, it will be the solemnity of the Lord. You shall consume unleavened bread for 7 days. There shall not be seen anything leavened with you, nor in all your parts. And you will explain to your son in that day, saying, This is what the Lord did for me when I was taken away from Egypt. And it will be like a sign in your hand and like a memorial before your eyes. And so may the law of the Lord be always in your mouth. For with a strong hand the Lord led you away from the land of Egypt. You will keep this observance, at the established time, from day to day. And when the Lord has brought you into the land of the Canaanite, just as he swore to you and to your fathers, and when he will give it you, then you shall set aside for the Lord all that opens the womb and all that is first to go forth among your cattle. Whatever you will have of the male sex, you shall consecrate to the Lord. The firstborn of a donkey you will exchange for a sheep. And if you will not redeem it, you shall put it to death. But every firstborn of man among your sons, you shall redeem with a price. And when your son will question you tomorrow, saying, What is this? You will respond, With a strong hand the Lord led us away from the land of Egypt, from the house of servitude. For when Pharaoh had been hardened and was unwilling to release us, the Lord killed every firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of man, even to the firstborn of beasts. For this reason, I immolate to the Lord all of the male sex that opens the womb, and all the firstborn of my sons I redeem. Therefore, it will be like a sign in your hand and like something hanging between your eyes as a remembrance, because with a strong hand the Lord has led us away from Egypt. And so, when Pharaoh had sent the people away, God did not lead them by the way of the land of the Philistines, which is nearby, considering that perhaps they might relapse, if they saw wars rise up against them, and then they might return to Egypt. But he led them around by the way of the desert, which is next to the Red Sea. And so the sons of Israel ascended, armed, out of the land of Egypt. Also, Moses took the bones of Joseph with him, because he had sworn to the sons of Israel, saying, God will visit you. Carry my bones away from here with you. And setting out from Sakis, they encamped at Etham, in the most distant parts of the wilderness. Now the Lord preceded them to show them the way, by day with a pillar of cloud, and by night with a pillar of fire, so that he might be the leader of their journey at both times. These never failed, a pillar of cloud by day, and a pillar of fire by night, in the sight of the people.